The day you gave us, May 15th, 2020, it is important that we commit everything in our lives to the Lord in prayer. Joshua in chapter 9, the Gibeonites. The Gibeonites were a people who occupied the land of Canaan, the land that the nation of Israel was set to conquer. And the conquering had already started up until chapter 9 with Ai and Jericho already taken. And the Gibeonites obviously sussed out what was likely to happen to them, so they came up with a cunning plan. They pretended that they came from a long way away and were coming to make an agreement with the Israelites because they'd been so impressed about what God had done for them. So they got some really old food, mouldy, and they got their wine skins were sort of falling apart, and their clothes and their sandals. Yeah, everything was just indicating that it was really old, to give the impression they'd come a really long way and weren't occupants of the land of Canaan. And they obviously sold a good story. And we come to verse 14, and it says this: "So the men took some of their provisions, but did not ask counsel from the Lord. And Joshua made peace with them, and made a covenant with them to let them live. And the leaders of the congregation swore to them." How much there pivots on that phrase. They did not ask counsel from the Lord, and they entered into this agreement which they should never have done so. Think about the implications of not seeking the Lord. They presumed. They thought, it's obvious, they are from a long way away. All the evidence was in front of them, but they didn't seek the Lord. They ventured into something without prayer, without acknowledging God, without bringing God into the situation. And, well, it affected everything, didn't it? It meant that they weren't going to conquer the whole of the land, because now they'd entered into this agreement with the Gibeonites to have peace with them. And there's all kinds of issues happen. And in verse 18, for example, we read, "Then all the congregation murmured against the leaders." The congregation would upset because the leaders had taken this action, and there's upset amongst the people of God. You see it way down the line as well as you come into 2 Samuel, and the issue of the Gibeonites still hangs around there as regards to how they would be dealt with by David in that instance. And we're just reminded, I'm just reminded, I trust we're all just reminded, is to seek the Lord about every circumstance of life. We so easily drift into life, we so easily see things as they are on the surface and take actions, make decisions without really examining things, but above all without seeking the Lord, without asking his counsel. Lord, what do you want me to do in this situation? Lord, help me to understand this situation. Lord, help me to make a wise decision in this situation. Basically, we should always have that tripwire in any circumstance and anything we're looking ahead to, and stop and say, Lord, what's this about? Lord, give me your counsel. Lord, give me your wisdom. That is the day you gave us on May 15th, 2020.